Hi, my name is Ann-Marie Christell. I'm a coach for hairstylists that wants to grow their business behind the chair without feeling overwhelmed or working longer hours behind the chair. I have over 20 years of experience working behind the chair, earning over 6 figures. If you wish to make more money without working longer hours behind the chair and bring in spiritual and sustainable principles into your business and life, then you are in the right place. In this podcast, I will mix business strategies, marketing tips, personal development, spiritual practices, and sustainable ways of living and working. Welcome to the Sustainable Hairstylist Podcast. Hi! Welcome. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited that I actually took the leap to push record, because for the longest time I've been having this idea for this podcast, and I'm not really sure what has been preventing me, but I truly believe that everything happens in a divine timing, and now I just felt, hey, let's do this. Now it's the time that I will start to share more of who I am as a person, how I see the world, how I see business. And I'm super excited to have you here. My name is Ann-Marie Christell. I'm a hairstylist, and I've been working behind the chair for over 20 years. It's been longer than that, but I don't want to say that out loud because it just makes me feel old. I'm born and raised in Sweden. I have a Polish mother and a Swedish father, but I see myself more as a global citizen nowadays. I don't really see myself at home in Sweden, and I just love traveling around. So I see myself more as a person experience different countries in the world, and I just love it. I'm not only a hairstylist, I am a coach for hairstylists that want to grow their business to 6 figures and over with sustainable principles. And what really drew me to start doing hair is the fact that I truly hated my own hair. And I really never understood the creations that you can create with hair until I actually started to experiment with hair myself. I truly understood, like, the moment when I started working with hair extensions and actually started to understand that, hey, my hair can feel different. My hair can just look amazing. I realized how that could really transform me from the inside and out. And I also saw these huge transformations with my clients because I started working with hair at a very early age, helping my friends and so on. And I saw how we could really truly shift the way the person was feeling about themselves by feeling comfortable with their hair, made them comfortable in their body, and made them comfortable with who they are within themselves. And that really made me understand that working with hair is a truly gift, because we can really transform the clients that are sitting in our chair from the inside and out. And we can see that shift happening within a few hours. You can see how the eyes change, how their body change, how they are looking at themselves in the mirror, how they are talking, what they are talking about. And that really is the key thing that had made me continue to work behind the chair, even if I'm coaching and teaching other hairstylists to work in the way that I do, to build their businesses, to thrive with social media, to have the right mindset, to really thrive. I still take the time to do a few clients, a few days a week, because the transformations are just so much fun. And I just love helping people make those shifts. And if there is one takeaway that you take away from this episode, is to remind yourself of the true transformations that you give your clients. The transformations that actually happens from the inside and out, not only what you do with a client's hair, but the transformations that you actually help the clients have by feeling more comfortable, feeling more competent, feeling more who they are, feeling comfortable within them just looking in the mirror. That can create such a ripple effect in someone's life. And that is something that we as hairstylists has to remind ourselves about. Because it's so easy to think that you go into the hair salon, you're just doing some hair, you're just cutting someone's hair. But that is not the main thing of your job. Remember that. You create amazing transformations for your clients. And this is the thing that really has had me hooked. And it is interesting because I am really introverted person. I hate being in big crowds. I don't like being in big groups of people because that really takes me out of my comfort zone. And I've always been like that. From a young age, I remember I was like literally shaking because I didn't want to shake people's hands and let them know my name, because it felt like, I don't know, it felt like something was taken away from me. And I think one part of me of working with hair was the art form, because I'm a super creative person. I wanted to be an artist for the longest time. I wanted to be a painter. But when I started to work with hair, I actually realized that I can actually be a creator on the client's head. I can get money for it really fast. I don't have to spend hours and hours and hours on a painting. And I see the reactions from the clients instantly. And I think one of the reasons also that actually drew me in is to become more comfortable, become more confident with myself, and having conversations with other people. Because I never had issues with people one-on-one. It's more the big group thing. So one-on-one with people, I can create amazing conversations with my clients, with my friends and so on. But with big groups, I feel like super uncomfortable. And I think with working with hair, the confidence grew and grew and grew. And I've actually learned how to be more comfortable within myself when I need to be in big groups, when I need to stand on stage, when I need to guide and help people in a bigger aspect. I don't have an issue with that anymore. And that is something that also has evolved over time. So I think my profession as a hairstylist has really helped me to move forward and grow as a person. And I have really allowed myself to grow as a person as well when I wanted to grow my business. Because at one point I wanted to grow my business, but I didn't want to work as many hours behind the chair. So I've been having a big e-commerce store where we were selling hair products together with my husband. And we used to have a store in the really old city, in the old town in Stockholm, Sweden. It was in an amazing building from the 1700s. And in the cellar. It was the old monastery that was like, I think from 16 or 1500s. So there was amazing energy in that space, and I just loved the space. But I realized that I didn't love having an open store where people can come and go, and so on. And one of the things throughout my career, working as a hairstylist, having other businesses that are together with that, is to really grow as a person, to really understand, first of all, why we are here, what is your unique impact that you are here to do. Usually, we as persons stand in the way of our own growth. So understanding what is everything that is going around in my head 24/7 that maybe I don't want to be aware about, that maybe I'm just pushing away, that is actually preventing me to move forward in my business and in my life. I've had a super shitty childhood. It took me a long while until I actually understood all the programming that's been going on from my childhood, all the way until the point that I actually realized the connections between everything that I've been through, how that was actually impacting my whole business. And that took me on a long journey, working on the business and working on myself, healing parts of me that needed healing, shifting beliefs that I was having to really, really live life with ease, run my business with ease, attracting the type of clients that I really want to have now, having clients that value me for being me and the unique experience they have with me. Because I know that not everyone will like what I say, not everyone will like the way that I am, but I'm always forward with, like, for instance, when I have a client, if I'm not feeling 100% at that moment, I will let them know, like, hey, something is going on in my life. Sometimes if it's like something huge, someone is in the hospital or something like that is going on, I will actually let my clients know that, hey, I'm not having a really good day today. This and this is going on. And just so you're aware, if I'm a bit off, it has nothing to do with you. It's just something that I'm going through. Because we as hairstylists tend to think that we can mask everything, that we can create this amazing experience for our clients. But what you're forgetting is there are people out there. I'm highly sensitive. I am an empath. I am a Reiki healer. I can feel things. And your clients can feel if there is something off. Even if you just put that smile on your face going like, oh, everything is amazing, and you have this thing going on in the background, they will feel that there's something off, and they might think that they have done something to piss you off. And you don't want that to happen. And that's why I'm very upfront with, like, hey, you have done nothing wrong. There is something going on in my life. You don't have to tell them what it is. Just let them know something is going on. It has nothing to do with you. And I will try to make the best experience that I can doing your hair today. It doesn't have to be that big. But I know being that kind of person, not having that amazing smiley face every single day, will make me different compared to other hairstylists, and I'm totally fine with that. Being my true self, sharing more of who I am, holding the space for my clients is important for me. Building my business, impacting people, and helping hairstylists like you has been the thing that really, really strikes passion, joy, and it really pushes me out of my comfort zone to help you out and grow into the best version that you possibly can, so that you can make your unique impact when you have your clients sitting in your chair. So my main focus throughout these years have been how can I serve my clients in the best possible way? How can I grow into the best version of myself so that I both can help my students, that I both can inspire people on social media that are just like you, and also to help my clients that are sitting in the chair. How can I help you blossom, and how can I help you understand the business side aspect of being a hairdresser? Because that is something that most likely that they haven't taught you in a cosmetology school. One other aspect of who I am and what I do, and why I actually call this podcast the Sustainable Hairstylist Podcast, is because I truly believe that we need to start to look at things in a more sustainable way and in a more holistic way. Why this what happened to me was early in my career, working as a hairstylist, offering different types of services, coloring hair, doing perms, and so on. My allergies started to get worse and worse and worse. And I started to have so much pain in my body. And I actually thought that it was time to stop working with hair at all. This is the time where I actually was starting to look at, okay, so what should I do with my life when I grow up? The whole thing, cut your hair off and get a real job. Probably you heard that as a hairstylist many times. People still don't value the work that I do. And as I was talking about earlier, remember the true gift you have of shifting people's perspective in the chair, shifting them from the inside and out. Hold on to that when people say you're just another hairstylist. Because I will remind you, you are not. And my allergies were becoming so bad. I had rashes on my hands. My asthma was getting worse and worse and worse. And I was so physically drained by being in the environment of working in a hair salon every single day. At that point, this was in the mid-2000s, no one was not really talking about all the chemicals that are in the salon, what that is actually doing to us hairstylists. It can have an impact on you, and it can come after 10 years. It can come after 1 year. It can maybe come after 20 years. Everyone is different. My body was just like going like, this is not going to happen. I had big rashes that started to bleed. I had horrible asthma, and I was thinking to myself, like, is this really the path that I'm going to go down? And what happened was that I actually quit the hair salon that I was working at that moment. I started up my own suite because I realized that that could take away some of the toxic chemicals that I was feeding into my body, and I could also remove some of the toxic energy from the people that I was actually working with in the salon as well. So there was two things, the toxic chemicals and the toxic people, because the environment around us as well, the people that are around us, will also have an impact on us. So I started to see what can I remove out of my life that has a negative impact on me when it comes to chemicals. So I started to remove things. I started to work with hair extensions without any type of chemicals, without any glue, any removal products, any tape, anything that actually could have an impact on me as the hairstylist and on my clients as well. I started to remove hair styling products, hair color that was too harsh, and started to use more natural products. Back then, there was not that much to go on, but nowadays it's amazing what it is that you actually can do with more non-toxic hair products that are out there and hair color that you can use. But I started to eliminate things and started to remove things from my home and from my salon. And I realized that within time, I started to feel better. Within time, my body could rest. And I also realized that the toxic environment with people also had an impact on me. And I started to see the flow coming into my life of people that I was meant to help, that also wanted another type of atmosphere to come to. And that totally changed my business, and it started to grow. And while it was growing, I realized that I cannot be everything for everyone. So I realized that becoming more specialized. So I decided to have 2 specialized areas. One is natural hair extensions and the other one was locks. So it would be easier to market myself. It would be easier to target people to come to me for these specialities. And I really become obsessed with these 2 areas. My goal was to become the best in the world on these. And I've been thriving ever since. I've been helping other people learn these 2 areas as well and thriving as well. And becoming a specialist is one of the things that will set you apart, that will actually make your business grow in an easier way if you are a hairstylist. Some hairstylists are afraid that, hey, if I will take away all the services, then I will lose all the clients. But the thing is, that is actually what will help you grow your business by becoming specialized. And that is something that will set you apart, and it will be so much easier for you to really help the people that you are meant to help. So remember that one. So my journey of healing myself, both mentally, energetically, physically, has really sparked a huge passion of mine. And that is to live in a more holistic and sustainable way and run my business in that way as well. And make sure that my business is having that impact on everyone that comes through my door or meet my social media and so on. Everyone that is part of this business will also be impacted and inspired to maybe do something like that as well. And that can create an amazing ripple effect all over the world. And together, we can truly change what the world will become. So by you taking responsibility for what you are doing will truly have an impact as well. And throughout this podcast, I will explore topics around sustainability, mindset, business strategies, marketing strategies, a little bit of spirituality, things that I believe is important, things that I believe that we as hairstylists should be aware about. And I will also want to know from you, what do you want me to talk about? Send me a DM on Instagram at sereneflow_ and let me know what is it that you want me to talk about, because I truly value you and what it is that you want to hear from me. I'm excited to have shared a little bit about me, a part of my journey, and I'm so excited to continue to share more of the way that I see the world and help you maybe shift some things in your life so that you can make the unique impact that you are meant to do here in this world. So thank you for today. I would love to hear from you in the DMs on Instagram, and see you later. Wow, thank you for staying at the very end of this episode. If you felt that this episode gave you any value, please share it with a friend that might need to hear this message at this very moment. If you had a huge aha moment, I would love to hear from you. Send me a DM on Instagram. You can find me at sereneflow_. And I would love to hear what your big aha moment was. If you want to help us grow this podcast, I would love for you to go on iTunes and find the Sustainable Hairstylist podcast and put in a review. That will help us reach more people with this podcast so that we can together change the world. Sending you lots and love and peace. Enjoy your day. See you next week. Bye bye.